It's the 10th edition of Grant's Review Corner, and I've decided to do something very special for it. This one is a video. Today I'm reviewing the computer game Dinner with Moriarty. Fans of the Sherlock Holmes stories may remember the antagonist character Moriarty, and this mystery-solving game features him in a prominent role. Let's click this button and play the game. The premise of the game is that Moriarty, this gray guy here, has invited people to dinner, hence the game's name, Dinner with Moriarty. However, because he's evil, and evil people like to kill people, Moriarty is attempting to poison a guest, and you must figure out where everyone's sitting, what they're eating and drinking, and what plate they're using. I remember one time when I witnessed a crime at a local restaurant, and the police wouldn't accept my testimony because I remembered who the killer was, but not whether he was using a green plate or a white one. So this game's pretty realistic so far. Use these clues to solve the case. We've got Blondie and the bald guy are directly across the table from each other. You already have Blondie, so we can place the bald guy by left-clicking. You see here, he's drinking water and eating steak. So we click on those. He's further north or up than the eggs, so we place eggs here. White plate has chicken, so we put that there. This guy is drinking wine and using a blue plate. He can't be here because then he can't drink wine and have a blue plate. So he's up here. And finally, Moriarty is sitting next to whatever this white stuff with an M is. I can't really figure it out. But he's next to it, so... There we go! And we solved the case. This is our reward for solving the case, by the way. Bouncing things. I'll skip this. Already, there's a gaping plot hole. See this poison? Moriarty is supposed to be the Napoleon of crime, but he doesn't insert the poison into food to disguise it. He just puts the poison on a plate and hopes that whoever gets it is too dumb to realize they're not getting chicken or steak or eggs. What kind of criminal mastermind does that? And the plot holes get even worse. Let me just alt-tab over here. This is a screenshot of case number 3. Moriarty, the criminal mastermind, the Napoleon of crime, is poisoning himself. I have no idea whether he's stupid and forgot where the poison was, which would be pretty hard considering it's the only plate that doesn't have food on it, or whether he's suicidal and depressed. But either way, this is hardly the guy that Wikipedia makes him out to be. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle would be rolling in his grave if he knew his character was being treated like this. The worst part is you don't even get a special ending screen congratulating you that you've defeated the antagonist, if him poisoning himself can be considered defeat. Let's go back here. You can see up here there are 8 difficulty levels in an attempt to cater to detectives of all abilities. That was the easiest difficulty level. Let's look at one of the hardest ones. Well, now we've got more people at the table, and more food, more plates, and more drinks. For some reason, our ability to administer justice hinges on our ability to determine what hat Blondie is wearing. Is she wearing Abraham Lincoln's hat, or did she just graduate? And then, what's this? Is that everyone's house number? How many times they've watched the movie Baby Geniuses? Also, we have to figure out what's in these corners. Like, where the knife is, where the ladle... Why would you have these in the corners of the house and not at the table, first of all? And second of all, why do the police need to figure this out? Why does the police need to know, oh, there was pepper in this corner and a folded up napkin in this one? What police force works like this? Even in England, in whatever period of time this takes place, what police force works like this? Are they LCD? At least the letters in the word cop are in alphabetical order, unlike OCD. And amazingly enough, this game has a dedicated group of hackers who've made their own graphical skins. Let's look at them. There. Now everyone's eating tropical fish. And also everyone's a sphere. I've seen some weird graphical hacks of video games before, like Super Mario Brothers with Shrek as the protagonist. But this is even weirder. At least nobody's getting poisoned, which fixes those plot holes I mentioned earlier. Also, judging by these file names, it looks like Grant Imahara of Mythbusters contributed to this game. That's nice. There are many options for this game. For example, if this game is too difficult, you can set handicaps. Let's set this one to 12. Now you have a lot more information on the board. But let's reset it to 0. And let's go back to a puzzle we solved. Look. You can just click the hint button, and the game tells you what to do. In fact, if you keep clicking the hint button, the game just wins itself. That's even worse than the Super Guide in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. At least there you have to die 8 times before the game will help you out. And you don't get carpal tunnel clicking a button 1,000 times to make Luigi move forward. On the other hand, you can also make the game harder by turning off Notify on wrong deduction. Like that. Now you can make mistakes all you want. Moriarty was sitting next to the white M stuff. Well, now he's not. Wahaha. I will give credit to Mr. Kaiser for this. The controls are very intuitive. I have yet to attempt to click on milk, and somehow it thinks I'm clicking on eggs. But he is very bad at writing video game plots, and I cannot recommend this game at all. Unless, of course, you're a puzzle lover who plays games for entertainment and not for story, in which case it's absolutely a very solid game. And you should go to Kaiser.com and download the demo, and potentially pay $20 for the full version. But what kind of dolt plays a game for amusement and not for the plot? And ignoring plot holes, please. Oh yeah, as you can see over here, Mr. Kaiser has written lots of games, and every single one of them is a POS. Piece of shareware. In fact, he was one of the first shareware producers I ever encountered in the 90s, and somehow, in spite of his inability to write good storylines, he's made a modest living off of these shareware games. Perhaps I'll review some more of his stuff on a later date. Until then, I'm Grant Fikes, and you've been watching a video.